there, Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench. Now I've already given you a few videos about hip mobility and improving the way your hips feel when doing just about any leg exercise, squats, deadlifts, or just in general if you want to feel better through your hips. Now this is for our friend Eric Wong and his new product, Hip Flexibility Solution. And this one in particular really drives home that point of, trying to break up that tissue a little bit, those adhesions and the scar tissue and things that have worked their way into your muscles, especially your quads, the strongest part of our body, where we typically spend a lot of our time strengthening, but don't spend a lot of our time working with things that will help improve our range of motion. And something like as simple as foam rolling, so self-myofascial release or SMR, you find yourself a good foam roller. Now there are a lot of ways to foam roll, no doubt about it. And the traditional way to roll your quad looks like this. And you're trying to roll, the muscle from the hip down to just above the kneecap, right? So we're trying to get the full length of the muscle. Now, what makes this a little bit more productive, which Eric gets into in his product, is bending the leg that you're rolling. So we're going to increase that shear force on the muscle, okay? By bending the knee and bringing the heel to the butt, okay, we're putting that quad in an elongated state, right? We're stretching it more. And by doing that, we're able to impact it further with the foam roller. So it's not really any different, and it looks like this. Okay, so basically what's happened is you're still working on the muscle with the foam roller and still giving it some of that myofascial release that it needs, right? But by bending the joint, bending the knee, increasing the length of that muscle, okay, you're putting it basically in a position where it's a little bit more vulnerable to what the foam roller is doing for it, right? So you're elongating that muscle, and then you're putting increased tension on it by having that pinpoint force of the foam roller working all the way from the knee up to the hip. And it does an even better job of breaking up things like scar tissue and adhesions and really just helping to give you increased mobility, increased range of motion when doing things like your traditional squats, and hopefully leading to a more balanced body from left to right and from top to bottom, and you're going to feel better through your hips. So give this a try. If you are foam rolling, fantastic. Try doing it this way. If you're not, you should start, because I can promise you if you're lifting weights, you should be doing some foam rolling. And a bonus is to roll the IT band. And I'll just throw this in there. This is something that I've done for years, and it always works for me. You never want to roll right on the hip itself. You want to stay below it, and you want to roll from just below the hip to just above the knee. Now, you can move slowly with it, you can stop at certain points. I like to usually do full rolls first, and then I'll do slower rolls and kind of stop every few inches and hold position. and I'll usually repeat that a few times on each side of the leg. My left iliotibial band's usually a bit tighter, but I go ahead and roll both of them because, again, you want to be able to have a positive impact on both sides of the body. Just because one side is, a little bit tighter than the other doesn't mean I should ignore the side that feels good. So when you're done rolling out the quads, go ahead and try rolling out the IT bands. And trust me, when you go to start doing some of your lifting, you'll be just amazed at how much better you feel right away from the first set versus doing 2, 3, 4 warm-up sets, still feeling tight, still feeling soreness or tenderness before you start to actually feel good by the 5th set. So incorporate some foam rolling and you will not regret it, I promise you. Thank you, Eric, and definitely check out Eric's new product because it could be what you're missing in your life. Hip flexibility solution. Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench, and I will see you again really soon.